Hey everyone. Well, I'm making this video for you guys to explain what is happening in Essay 2. I told you guys that I was going to be making some changes, and I'm still in the process of writing the prompt for Essay 2. I'm almost done. Literally, I just have to print it off, make sure there are no typos, and then I'm going to post it. What's happening in Essay 2 is different than Essay 1. See, what happened was I actually wrote this class, this entire semester out over the summer. I made videos and everything for it, but I did so not knowing what FAU was going to require. So I was thinking this was going to be a YouTube-based class, just like my last one was, because in the spring semester, when they killed everything, in the beginning of March, and they told us all to use WebEx. Well, most of the students couldn't use WebEx because WebEx doesn't work well on most computers. So what I decided to do was do everything on YouTube, and everybody can watch YouTube on just about everything. And so that worked really good. So for this class, I had already made 9 videos. And one of them, the first assignment that everybody had to do is what this video is about. And what was going to happen is, instead of everybody reading the same essay, I was going to let students choose their first essay out of a choice of 3. And so got it all ready. I was pretty much had everything week 1 through 12 completely written out and ready to go. I get to FAU and I start going to meetings and I find out, no, we want you to do something else. And I was like, okay, I will see what they're doing. And then come along, we find out, oh, okay, we're doing what people did during the summer, and that this is the same course that the 1101 students are learning. I was going like, okay, that kind of sucks. And so I decided that we're going to integrate a little bit of what I had planned to do before into right now. In fact, the rest of the semester is going to reflect kind of a mix of what I prepared before and what the school prepared, because this is going to fit a little better. Okay, step number 1. You have until midnight on Tuesday to tell me which of 3 essays you are going to read and write about. Excuse me, not read and write. You are going to read that you are going to write about in conjunction with Leslie Jaminson's The Devil's Bait. So here are the 3 essays, and I've got my textbook right here. And so the first one is the same one that the school picked, which is Andrew Cohen's Race and the Opioid Epidemic. Okay, so a couple people have already started doing the discussion posts, and they've already mentioned that they want to do race and they want to do Andrew Cohen. And let me restate this. They've already started commenting about Andrew Cohen's Race and the Opioid Epidemic. Okay. The next, which is fine. So this is a very good essay. I taught it last semester. I really like it a lot. Okay. The next essay is Helen Epstein's AIDS Incorporated. And, right here, AIDS Incorporated, that's on page 122 of your textbook. And so that's the second essay. And the fourth essay is one by David Foster Wallace called Consider the Lobster, which is on page 406. So by Tuesday night, you will have to have read all 3 of those essays. What a nightmare. Right, okay, we got a solution. Don't worry, don't panic, don't freak out. I've got something for you. I'm going to teach you how to read essays the way I have to read essays, the way your teachers read essays, the way researchers read essays. You're beginning to now learn how to read material like a researcher does. And that's the whole point, is to begin to read like a researcher does. Remember we did research cards last time? Now we're going to learn how to read like a researcher. Okay? And so that's the point of this video, is to teach you how to read like a researcher. So those are the 3 essays, okay? Step number 1 for learning how to read like a researcher. Go to the essays, read the last 3 paragraphs. Read the last 3 paragraphs. That's step number 1. Read them carefully, okay? Step number 2 doesn't really apply in this class, but I'm going to teach it to you anyways, which is then to look at all the figures, photos, and captions that are associated with the essay you have to read. So if you're doing like a history class where they have pictures and captions, or if you're doing a sociology, same deal, or physics or chemistry where they have tables and graphs and they have captions underneath, read those next. That's step 2. Look at the pictures, images, tables, and the captions underneath. Read those carefully. Step 3, read the first 2 paragraphs. Okay? So this is step 3. Read the first 2 paragraphs. Okay? And step 4, go through and read the first sentence of each paragraph. Don't read all the paragraphs. Just the first sentence. The first sentence, if you recall, that's the topic sentence. That's where the argument is. So when I'm skimming your papers and I want to see if you're making a good argument, I'm reading the first sentences. And if your first sentences don't make a good argument, your essay sucks. It's the same with academic writing. Read their first sentences, and that'll help. Then read the last paragraph again. And then do it with the next paper. That's step 6, repeat with the next paper. With that shouldn't take you too long. You could probably read all of these essays in that manner in 10 minutes. Okay? 10, 15 minutes. That way you can make a sound assessment, just like I have to, your professors have to, in how they, as academics and researchers, assess an article to see if it's good to spend more time on. Based on that quick assessment, after you quickly read those 3 steps, then decide, one second, if that's what you want to write about, okay? After you've made that decision, then start doing the discussion posts. Start thinking about how you're going to write this paper. Go and read the essay 2 prompt, okay? That will help you decide what you want to write about, okay? All right. I know it sounds tricky. I know it sounds weird. It might even sound a little dangerous, but this way you can be sure that you are making a choice that fits your argument. Because remember, you have to combine Jameson and one of these 3. Final trick. I'm only allowing 7 people per paper. Okay? So you have to act quickly. Not everybody can do David Foster Wallace. Not everybody can do Epstein, and not everybody can do Cohen. So you have to act quickly. It's first come, first serve. Okay? So in the survey that I sent you, you have to tell me your first choice of these 3, and then your second choice of these 3. And from there, I will make the groups so that you guys will be workshopping together. And so that's how we're going to go forward. Okay? All right, here are those steps again that you need to use. Okay? Read the last 3 paragraphs. Step 1. 2, look at all the photographs, figures and their captions. 3, read the first 2 paragraphs. 4, read the first sentence of each paragraph. And last, read the last paragraph again. That's what academics do. That's what your professors do. That's what I do when I'm looking at my research and to find out if this is, something I saw in JSTOR or something I saw while I'm doing my research, that this is something I want to use. This is the steps I use. This is what your professors do. Okay? All right. Thanks so much for watching. Answer the questions in the survey as quickly as you can. The survey, the answers, just doing it on time is worth 10 points. It's either you did it or you didn't, and you have to do it on time. All right. Thank you so much. Have a very, very pleasant first couple of weeks. If you have any questions, contact me during office hours. See you later. Bye.